Hey folks, welcome back to Metroid Prime 3. Disclaimer time, it's time for item collection, which, as many of you know, is really boring. So if you don't want to watch this video, which is pretty much all item collection, I don't blame you. That said, let's proceed. Alright, first off, items in Elisia. Not too many of them here, most of them are pretty easy to get. It's just that some sections of Elisia are really annoying to navigate. This part is in the eastern section. Yeah, I remember I pointed it out. It's on the way to the Chozo Observatory. Outside there's a magnetic rail. Drop down and grab the missile expansion. So here in the Chozo Observatory, I highly recommend going here, because, as I've mentioned, the maps here will mark item locations for Norion, Bryyo, and Elisia. So if you don't want to resort to a walkthrough or an FAQ or something, you probably want to stop here. There's also information on Aether and Talon 4, the planets from the first two games. And that's just logbook information. It's not particularly noteworthy. And eventually, I'll let them talk.
We have received new data from AU-217. A planet was detected at the epicenter from where the Leviathan telemetry originated. We have named this planet Phase.
I like how they claim to have named it when they totally didn't. Anyway, this one, the Talon 4, Aether, and Elisia information require the spider ball to get them. So that's why I had to return, even though I really didn't have to return, because I just used a map on game FAQs. It's, you know, it's just for the sake of completion or something, I don't know. Yeah. The map also shows items that you've already collected, which is nice. Anywho, where the hell is this? I don't even remember. It's some section. But yeah, you navigate through this morph ball maze, and get hit by these pistons. Several times. Yeah, I believe all the rest of the items on Elisia are on the western section, like closest to the initial landing spot. So yeah, just navigate from there. Use a map, guys. Hereabouts, you remember this is where the zipline collapsed, because it sucked. So you want to screw attack over HUDless, and you can see there's a set of spider ball tracks over there. And I'll admit, the last couple spider ball things for, like, optional upgrades are neat. They're just kind of still not as good as the ones in Prime 2. Like, this one's cool. You're high above a floating planet, a space station thing. And it's a little conventional. But overall, it's just roll and then boost ball. So I was trying to find some way to make this information, like, interesting, like come up with a gimmick to make this video fun. But I couldn't really think of much. Okay, so here, this is near where we got the boost ball, if you remember that. Remember there was that energy charge thingamajig that we can finally fill using the grapple voltage. Take that. We didn't need the grapple voltage thing, because all we need is screw attack to grab this, but it's a convenient shortcut. And there's also a lore bot over here, just so you know. I'm not showing it. Here you'll have to find another Steam Lord, but at this point they are really trivial. Like, you can see him with X-ray visor, which is really nice. And the Nova Beam just kind of wrecks him. It's weird. I didn't expect him to die so quickly. But yeah, this is the arena where we got the boost ball originally. And there are a few more chargey thingamajigs. And then with those charged up, eventually that'll open there. And you can grab this energy cell. Now, we've been collecting energy cells for this whole game, and you don't really know what they're for at this point as a viewer. You'll find out in the next episode, but basically they're required to get 100%, because they're required to open up some doors on Valhalla. Anyway, on Norion here, Norion being the very, very first planet, not really much of a reason to come back here unless you're specifically grabbing items. I don't think there's any reason to other than that. Anyway, behind here, once you have the grapple swing, you can grab this missile expansion. You can tell how long that's been sitting there. And over here we got... yes, this is the, center of the 3 rooms connected to the main hub. You'll connect here, and then immediately backtrack because the entire western section has been unexplored as of yet, because that's the section that Rune does take care of way back when. And you couldn't really come back and explore that section until you got the plasma beam, because there's another one of those panels that require plasma beam fixing, as you can see right there. So it's true that I could have come back here and explored and grabbed everything quite a while ago, but wholly unnecessary. I wanted to do most everything in one clean sweep. I don't know what was wrong with that right there. I don't know what I did wrong there. It totally should have worked. There we go. So that'll power up that door. And finally we have a new section of Norion to explore. It's... well, due to the design of Norion, it's basically exactly the same as the eastern section. Except kind of mirrored, I guess. Yeah, there isn't much of interest until the very end of this section, but there are still items, and it's still a new area, so I want to show that it's there. And that's 75% of all pickups. There are 2 special endings in this game, one for getting 75% of items, and one for getting 100%. Naturally, I'll be getting the 100%. Ooh, a dead guy. They really should have cleaned that up. I mean, someone on Norion must have a welding torch, honestly. It's been a month. Yeah, we got some phason monsters coming around, doing their phason business. But they're just kind of there to annoy you. There's nothing threatening, again, till the end. Here's a data storage. There's some Federation lore, or... I think that's a red herring, by the way. And information on the planets that I've already visited. Basically, Bryo's a mining planet. I don't even know what Skytown is. It's an information network or something. Eventually this door will open. And this is the ending section. And this is where things kind of get interesting. Wow, you're looking blue, Samus. Yep, there's a phason growth there, and that's spawning some enemies. And we're gonna have to kill all of them in order to, telepathically destroy the growths. And of course they go hyper a lot, even though they're very fragile. Also, abusing hyper missile. Wholly unnecessary, but very fun. Basically about as fun as killing, small fries like that can be fun. That was some information about the Valhalla incident. Pirates come, wreck Valhalla, steal the Aurora unit, and unbeknownst to the Federation, plug it into phase. And yeah, this is definitely a section where abusing corruption would be useful. Just because a lot of these small dudes are spawned, just so you won't use too much energy killing each one. Is this last one, maybe, hopefully, possibly? Yes, okay. So yeah, killing all the phason dudes destroys the growth and allows you to land your ship here as another save point. And we can head on through once I've destroyed these things. And here I'm stumbling along lost, because it looks pretty much identical to a section on the east section, and there's an item on the east section right there. Anyway, secret missile ad open if the game will allow you. And in here we have little corridors, and then eventually a mini-boss. So yeah, this is Generator B, I think. It's the one that Rundus took care of back during the invasion. So we haven't been in here, but chances are it's very similar. Except the phason growths. Oh my god, it's a Metroid Hatcher. What are we gonna do? We're gonna shoot its tentacles. It's gonna be tedious. We're gonna kill it in one shot. Yeah. That's why I recommend coming back at the end of the game, so you can one-shot the Hatcher. And there you can see another energy cell. So we'll head over there. After grabbing all of this, which we probably don't need. And yep, grab the cell. Easy, nice, fun cake. Now you can head on back, if you so desire. And here we are in the eastern section. Like I said, it's basically identical except for this spider ball track here. So, grind up it, head on over, and grab this wonderful missile expansion. Now then, on Bryyo. This right here is the easiest item to miss in the whole game. Because even if you have the item map for Bryyo, this doesn't show up on it. Because Ice Bryyo isn't anywhere on the map. So, yeah, just remember that this is here, if you value your 100% completion. Yeah. This is basically the coolest, magnetic rail system in the game, because there's actually one really clever part to it eventually. But like, you've got basically every morph ball capability in your repertoire tested at some point here, other than hyper ball. Yeah, you got boost balling, you got boost balling on ramps, you got some bomb jumping and flick jumping. That's right, bomb jumping. It's not irrelevant. Or wait, the bomb jumping somewhere else. Never mind, whatever, phasite, hi there. This is the Temple of Bryyo. It's where we fought Rundus. And you remember this phasite plating, you can shoot through it using X-ray visor and Nova Beam, and that opens that up. And now that we have the hazard shield, we can go in the fuel gel and then roll around and have some fun. Yay. And of course it's really fun trying to find the missile expansion and the fuel gel, because it's the same frickin' color as the fuel gel. And it's small. Like, where is it? Where is it? There it is. I saw it for a split second. Did you hear it? No, I didn't hear it. It's over there. Wrong way, Samus. Go over there. There it is. Yeah, you kind of need the map. Anywho, now is the big fun Ultra Bryyo Fun Fest of fun. There is a very long sequence in Bryyo for getting a specific energy cell. And it's in this room, and it requires a long chain of events. And there's some other related stuff here. This is where it all begins. Yeah, then what's this section? There was actually a little branch of Bryyo that I just completely neglected to explore. It's probably for the best, but yeah. Here, it's a giant Colossus head with some spewing fuel gel stuff. And if you want to make the most of this room, you got to use the ship grapple and lift up the head and plant it elsewhere. So yeah, the fun thing about lifting things with your ship grapple is that you can't land your ship and save at any point while it's holding something. So you gotta know what you're doing, and you gotta be able to get to your destination on foot. Which is a pain. Also a pain is jumping out of fuel gel. So yeah, freeze these guys with your ice missiles, just like the good old days. Hop on over here, and there's some missile expansion here. But wait, there's more! There's actually another expansion in this room. That's a little trickier to find, because you're probably so focused on looking up that you don't think to look down, and, you know, I was confused. I don't know where the hell it was. So I had to look around a bit. See it? See it? There it is. There it is. It's a little cavern, a little tunnel here. And there's another missile expansion. And yeah, you could get one of the two pretty quickly once you got the ice missiles, I guess. But here you probably want the hazard shield to get through the fuel gel. Here, there's a long vertical passage with that Magner dude who'll send you. And once you have the screw attack, you can jump over here and grab this missile expansion. And yeah, I'm doing a lot of jumping around, I know, but you really want this edited as much as possible. So yeah, that was a door leading out of the Federation landing bay thing. And it's actually a door that I totally did not take at any point before, and I'm amazed, because I have such fond memories of this section. Open the door already. Thank you. Yes, this is the Hall of Golems, and basically there's 3 different golems with 3 different powers that you activate 3 different ways. So you can come here and activate some of them, but not all of them, and then constantly come back once you get more upgrades. There's some lore. There's like victory. I don't know. It has to do with the war between the primals and the science, and yeah. But we all know how that ended up. Anyway, this guy requires the grapple voltage. Charge it up. I hate those flying fish people things, by the way. And the enemy that spawns them. Anyway, this electricity golem uses energy to power up this magnetic rail, which is how science works. And that will eventually lead to an expansion way over Thizzle. Ride it up. And one last Morph Ball maze, unless I'm forgetting one, which I probably am. Oh, you stupid fish people. Yeah, that enemy there, I don't even know what he's called. He's the worst thing. He's, I think, literally my least favorite enemy, even compared to the Hellhound, Warpound things. It's just the worst thing. Like, hi there. Look at this guy. You can only shoot him when his mouth is open. He takes more hits than he should, like a lot of the creatures in this game. Anyway, let's just destroy this ice barrier. This is probably the first one you can get. And I don't know where those fish people came from. I thought the enemy spawned them, maybe not. But I don't see them again after this, so who knows? Anyway, this ice golem here. He'll freeze the fuel gel with his magical ice breath. Actually, it might be science ice breath, I don't know. So now let's take that spider all track, shall we? So yeah, this is the wonderful spider ball track stuff I remember from Prime 2. You know, you're going around like in circles. It's kind of a 3D track. You have to avoid obstacles like lightning that will screw you up. You have to time your movement so you're not just charging along. You gotta drop off the magnetic rail and then reattach yourself. It's fun. And it's not just straight lines is the best part. If I remember correctly, what I was thinking of before, yes. Here you actually do have to do a legitimate double bomb jump. You can't use the flick jump to cheese it. Which, that tests your skill. And this is the best morph ball track in the game. Its aesthetic still isn't as cool as the stuff in Prime 2, but it's kind of neat, I suppose. It's as neat as you'll get. Anyway, climb up here. And here we got a less awesome morph ball maze. It's mostly consists of blowing up these crystallized fuel gel things. There's an expansion in there somewhere. If you follow to the end, you can unlock a shortcut back to the big room that I don't remember the name of, that has the energy cell. It's really annoying to get. Open the door. I want to get those over with as quickly as possible. There we go. So yeah, this door is locked from the outside, or from the inside, so you have to go to the inside to unlock it. And guess what? I never actually used this passageway. You could, hypothetically, but it's just as easy to go the other way, so yeah. And this is more lore that I don't remember what it is. What is it? Struggle of something. I don't know. I don't really care that much about the lore, to be honest. Like, the story of Bryyo is that the scientists and the magicians had a war, and the magicians won, but then they turned on each other and turned into primal savages, and the scientist was like, and that's it. And then the story of Elisia is that the original Elysians created robots, and then the Chozo came, and everybody died except the robots, and they were like, And the pirate lore is, they did all the stuff in the Prime 1 and Prime 2, and they got brainwashed by Dark Samus, and they came back to take over their own people, and their own people were like, And I guess there's Federation lore too, which I guess is like, Dark Samus came and attacked us with Leviathans, and everyone's like, But yeah, that's the lore has some clever diction and phrasing, and it's written in character, which is nice. The actual stories aren't particularly gripping. They do well to set the environment and explain why it is the way it is, but there isn't a whole lot of, like, personal stuff going on. Anyway, this was the heat Magner, I guess, yeah. And he can melt what we cannot by breathing fire. Stupid fish, I hate you, by the way. And yeah, here I'm checking the map to make sure. You can see the white dots are items I haven't collected, and the white X's are items I have collected. I hate those fish. Ooh, more lore. What is it? I don't know. Decline. You can guess what that is. It's a decline. And look, it's a headless golem. I wonder where it could get a head. There we go. Yeah, Bryyo has a lot of backtracking for its items. You will spend the longest on Bryyo of any planet, I'll bet. Anyway, having head rejuvenates this Magner, and then he destroys things. Hooray! So now we can grab that ship missile expansion. When's the last time I used a ship missile? Bryyo? I think, yeah? Anyway, this is a passageway of much torment for many people. Because, basically, you open up the passageway from both sides, and in order to get that energy cell I was talking about before, you need to, well, to do it efficiently, you need to open the passageways in the correct order. You want to open up this side first, and then the other side, because that's where you grab the thing from that you eventually put in the place to do the thing in the room. So yeah, going to the eastern, west, I don't know, this one, the one with the half-pipe place, Thorn Jungle or something. The one where you eventually get to this place. You want to lift this up. Because if you lift this part up first, and then go down and change the bridge, you have to fly back over to the other one, shift the bridge there, and because you flied, the ship has to drop this back down, so you can't actually go through, so you can't tell the ship to pick that up and drop it in the room with the energy cell that you're trying to get. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, it's not very coherent, but that's just saying that this is a complicated and annoying puzzle. Just do it the way I did it, okay? Or don't do it at all. All you get is a cutscene. You really don't need all the upgrades, alright, you know? Unless maybe in hyper mode. I got 100% in hyper mode. Oh god, I've gone into my Italian accent. That really means that I'm trying to come up with interesting things to say, you know? If you've ever been in a stream with me and I turn into an Italian, you can tell I'm struggling to make things interesting for you. Oh god. So yeah, back in here. The ship is still holding that whatever thing. And you drop it there. Alright, carefully, carefully. Carefully. So that's like a giant battery or something? I don't know, but it powers this up, makes things rotate, does stuff. And that thing there starts to rotate, and the energy cell right there comes prime for the bacon. And that's how you get that energy cell. And that's how you screw up basic platforming. Yeah, I totally forgot how to do this. Recording this section made me brain dead. And of course you have to go up one level higher. You know, yeah, you gotta go all the way around the room. I guess I'd be a little less irritated if I hadn't wasted so much time getting lost that you didn't see. Yeah, I wasted a lot of time looking around. I hate that bubble puffer thing. But yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna waste so much time, and you're just gonna never want to see this room again. Okay, we happy hunky-dory? Alright. Grab that energy cell. Grab the energy cell, Samus. Grab the energy cell, thank you. Okay. And that is all but one of the energy cells, and the last one is on Valhalla. And then, to calm us down from that horrible nightmare, this is that one section. You remember, like, the first section of Bryyo we went to? You can melt that ice with the plasma beam. Up in there. And grab that missile expansion. And that takes care of Bryyo, thank God. Now let's head to the Pirate Homeworld. And Pirate Homeworld sucks for collecting items because there's no item map for it, as far as I'm aware. So you can't tell what you've collected and what you haven't, even if you have a map on GameFAQs. This one's actually pretty easy to find, except I basically never used that landing spot again. So, yeah, I forgot that it was here. Grab that missile expansion. And this is the one I meant to grab when I was leaving that one other time, and I was like, wait, I didn't mean to go this way. But yeah, you flip that, go down that path, take this spider ball track, and grab that missile expansion. Now, here in the place with the large corpse in the middle of the room, you can follow this morph ball track, and now that we have the spider ball, we can go where no Samus has gone before. It's the one that you could have gotten without the spider ball if you were amazing, but I'm not amazing. You gotta boost up like that, drop down, be sure not to lose your balance, and do a flick bomb jump there. Grab ship missile expansion. And then the final item I need to collect here, need the X-ray visor and the Nova beam. Shoot that. Shoot that. And that will open up a wall jump surface for your usage pleasure. Alright, and just some nice, some screw attacking here. I can't fault it, I just wish that there was an item map for the Pirate Homeworld. Anyway, shoot this with a couple missiles. Only thing in the room, or in the game, that requires multiple missiles like that. Whatever. That's the ship missile expansion. And now we have everything except the stuff on Valhalla. So, I will see you guys next time. Ugh.